Hi internet people. Normally I would have some form of Riverdale thing on, but I'm actually filming this before I go to work. Yes, I woke up very early to film this video because I don't have time to film this video at night today. So, in this episode of Riverdale, a lot of very weird, not weird, sketchy situations are happening. So, Betty thinks that Hal is the Black Hood and winds up working with Cheryl to figure out if he actually is. So she thinks he is and like goes through his date book, like finds ways to like see if he was involved, and based on like his date book, the Airbnb he's still paying for, and just like weird things, including him saying he also has a darkness inside of him. Betty is very sure he's the Black Hood until the Black Hood is seen and Hal is in a different place. Like Hal is with Betty and the Black Hood is in a balcony. So, no to the Hal thing, which did seem like a misdirect. Like, I did say last week that Hal fit the physical shape of the Black Hood, but I didn't think they would make him the Black Hood. It just didn't seem like a thing they would do. It seemed like a red herring. We're too close to the end. We'll get the reveal in the finale for sure. So that was Betty's plot, her and Cheryl. I have not finished Betty's plot. I will get to the end of that plot. I swear, I will tie that up at the end because a lot of stuff happens at the end and I'm just going to reveal all the ending things all together. So while Betty is doing that, Veronica is handling a court of mob boys. So after getting one over on Nick St. Clair, not Nick St. James, where did that come from? Nick St. Clair's family, she is now seen as like the princess of crime, and so everyone has sent their sons because somehow everyone has a boy, like everyone had a baby boy except the Lodges, and they're all coming to like talk about ways their families could work together. And Veronica is very good at being like, oh, I cannot meet with you today, I will meet with you tomorrow, and like is making it like difficult to meet with her, but she does meet with them and winds up shooing off most of them. There's a family that owns a canning business and she's not interested in canned meat. There's a family that owns a track, and the guy's like, I'd name a horse after you, and she's like, no thank you. So she winds up thinking Elio, I forget which family he's from, his plan is the best. It's for a casino. She thinks that they could open a casino in Riverdale pretty easily, call it the Sweetwater Casino, like this whole thing. She winds up meeting with him additionally with Archie. He comes along and they talk about it, and while they're talking, at some point, okay, Archie is drinking black coffee. I'm assuming it's black coffee. I'm just guessing. But I was like, he's drinking coffee and his girlfriend and the mob boy are drinking chocolate milkshakes? What? So she leaves, and then suddenly Elio is like, so I hear you earned your bones because you're one of the capos for the Lodges. And Archie's like, what? And he's like, yeah, you took care of Papa Poutine, whose son, Small Fry. The child's nickname is Small Fry. Like, wants justice? And I was like, are you kidding? Small Fry? I could not take that child seriously. I'm sure he's very dangerous and probably is like 6'2", 300 pounds. But I was just like, oh my gosh. So we learned that from Elio. But then Highr'd does not want to go forward with this plan. He says they already have things in motion. He doesn't want to deal with this. And Veronica's like, but you told me to take care of it. Like, it'll be above board. She actually meets with the former Mayor McCoy and learns like how to set it up. She can get the gaming license legally. Like, tons of it can be done legally. And Highr'd's like, no, we're not doing it. And Veronica's like, what do you mean we're not doing it? Like, I did all of this work. We're going to do it because I have the money. And Highr'd's like, no you don't. I put it in a trust that you can't open until you're 21. Which makes no sense to me because every time there's a trust, it always opens when someone's in their 20s. And I was like, but they go to college at 18. Like, why is the trust never open at 18? Why? They need that trust. So we learned that, but her insisting that Veronica, that made no sense. Veronica insisting she wants to go forward with the casino actually happens after the new mayoral debate, where things do not go well, mostly because of the Lodges. Way to go, Lodges! So they've like been seeding dissent between the Serpents and the Dark Circle, Archie's hoodlum kids. At some point they say wilding, and I was like, Okay. I feel like wilding cannot be applied to middle class dudes. I don't know. That just seems weird to me. But we learn a few things. The serpents are contending with ghoulies who just got out, and according to the trailer for next week, the ghoulies are going to be a big part of the plot, but they're out. Jughead was warning all of the serpents, and that's after Archie talks to the Dark Circle and is like, we should go after the Black Hood, da-da-da-da, because there's new sheriff, and Highr'd is gonna introduce me to him, and it'll be all above board, blah, 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 blah. They then find out, from Moose that Midge told him she was sleeping with a serpent, but doesn't say who. And then we learn that it's Fangs, even though I thought Fangs was introduced as gay. Maybe he's bi. I thought they like hinted he would be a love interest for Kevin. I thought that was a thing. I thought even someone said, like, in the show. I don't know. Maybe I misheard or misread something. I don't know. But what happens is the Dark Circle goes to attack the serpents. Archie and Jughead have to fend off a fight. Then the sheriff winds up arresting Fangs because of Jughead's footage, which shows Fangs with Midge. And then Fangs has a switchblade on him because he's in a gang. Like, he just does. Then the town assumes he's the murderer. At the debate, Hermione calls him Midge's killer. Fred corrects her. And then during this correction, she reveals to Fred that Archie started the Dark Circle, which just recently, like, did crazy stuff at the White Worm. They slashed tires, they set a dumpster on fire. They're high schoolers. Like, I don't know why they're contending with a gang. I don't get it. Even if they are mob funded, because we learned that Highr'd is paying them, like, giving them money from Reggie. And Kevin was okay with it, because Kevin was like, let's not talk about it. And I'm like, what? Kevin, what is wrong with you? Moral compass this stuff. So they've attacked the White Worm, and then the Black Hood attacks the Mayoral debate, which is not good. He's an active shooter, apparently, in this episode and in the next episode. I was like, what is happening? So Hermione is freaked out. That is what spurs on Veronica to yell at her father, because Hermione is not okay. Fred does not get injured, but Archie protects his dad, which is a plus. Hal protects Betty, proving he is not the Black Hood. But, like, right after, around in there, Fangs is let out of prison. Mayor McCoy actually acted as his pro bono lawyer because she's doing good. She's a good woman. But there's a giant mob that wants to kill him, and so the serpents are trying to get him out by doing this, like, mob up thing. They're, like, all circled around him and, like, trying to protect him. Reggie has a gun, and Highr'd urged him on, so Reggie's planning to shoot Fangs, who had he didn't kill her. So Reggie has a gun, Archie sees the gun, Archie tackles Reggie, and as he's tackling Reggie, like, as soon as they hit the ground, we hear a gunshot, which was fired to, like, the angle of it is definitely from, like, straight or above, so it's not Reggie's gun. A bullet hits Fangs, and Fangs is dying. He's shot in the stomach, at least, so in theory, he could be okay. Like, that's possible. The servants are trying to, like, save him, like, triage. Jughead's freaking out. And then, while that's happening, Betty is waiting for the Black Hood, who she called and who does not show up. And while that's happening, all of this, there's so many things that happen. Cheryl hears a knock at the door, goes to the door, and the Black Hood is at her house. So Cheryl's not okay. Betty is sitting alone somewhere waiting for a murderer. Fangs is dying. Jughead is trying to save him. Archie has just tackled Reggie and is holding the gun because somehow in the process Archie's hand wound up on the gun. The new sheriff hates Jughead. Highr'd has basically turned the town into like a Mad Max style ball of fire. Hermione almost died. Fred almost died. Alice and Hal are weirdly doing okay. Oh, and Chick isn't dead, maybe? There's a dead body, but it's not Chick. And to end on a positive note, Joaquin came back. Because he was going to sneak Fangs to San Junipero. San Junipero. He did go. So literally, I just keep thinking, Joaquin owns a beach house next to Yorkie and Kelly from San Junipero. The episode of Black Mirror about Yorkie and Kelly the time traveling, it's not even time, you just have to watch San Junipero. It's Black Mirror episode in season 3. It's really good. You should watch it, and it's adorable to think that Joaquin is just hanging out in the party town of San Junipero. But I just was like, what is happening? So many things happened in this episode, and I think there's 2 episodes left? I could be wrong. I feel like it's 2 or 3. There's not that much left. But a lot is happening. I don't know how the servants are going to handle the ghoulies. I think Tony gets kidnapped, which I'm not okay with. But things didn't do it, obviously. The town is just losing it. And I just can't with these people. Like, I can't. The serpents don't do everything. It's impossible for them to do everything. And there's a serial killer in your midst. Like, you didn't catch the guy. Someone got shot, and we have no idea if that was the correct person. That's why there's a new sheriff. Duh. But anyway, give me your thoughts on Riverdale below in the comments or on Twitter. I am at ClefNotes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me, besides on Twitter, on my blog, clefnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and our other Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, internet people.